Good morning. It's Thursday the 18th of October, 10:30 a.m. and I'm just making my way down to the beach at Llantwit Major. I caught the train this morning from just along the track towards Cardiff at Barry Docks, and I'm now making my way down to the beach to walk back to Barry. And after yesterday, it was an 18-mile day. I didn't actually get back to the van until 8 o'clock last night. Resorted to getting a taxi instead of waiting for a bus from the railway station to get me back to Porthcawl. But I've got to say, it was an absolutely fabulous walk. It was worth every minute. It was a long walk, but it was absolutely amazing, and I can recommend it to anybody. It was full of lovely features and beautiful high cliffs, nice beaches, everything. It was absolutely stunning. But it was a long walk. I felt tired when I got back, and so I'm glad to be walking again this morning on a much smaller walk. It's probably going to be, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 hours. I reckon maybe 10 to 12 miles, something like that. And I spotted a campsite at a place called Rose, which is the next railway station along from Barry, and I'm going to go and check that out later on because it looks a lovely site, and they've got hookup and it's open all year round, so I'll be heading in that direction. I've just spotted a cafe in front of me actually. I think I may have another cup of tea. A couple of things you might notice this morning. I'll turn more into the sun. I've got a new hat on and I've had a shave. The reason I've got a new hat on, I lost my purple hat, which is really disappointing. I've had that years and I've walked everywhere in that. I do have another one, but it's got the ears cut out so that I can use it to listen to my headphones better. And as for the shave, you've got no idea what a performance it is having the shave in the back of a camper van with a small mirror, not very good light, and a wet shave. My daughter bought me a new shaver for my birthday in July, and I've worn it out already. I was considering getting a beard for the colder weather, and I tried it for a few days, and I don't like it at all. And it also means that I still need to shave my head. I don't like to see these people with a shaved head and a beard. It looks not quite right to me. So it's going to be a lovely day again by the looks of it. The sunsets last night from this spot looking to the west was absolutely amazing, and I think it's going to be another lovely day. The temperature is probably no more than about 9 or 10, and the road that I've just walked along to get to the beach, about 1.5 miles, in the shade it's quite cold, but now immediately I'm in the sunshine. The temperature's gone up 3 or 4 degrees, and I'm going to be walking into the sun, so it's going to be another one of those days where I'll be taking my jacket off and just enjoying the sunshine. I've been very lucky again that I've got good weather, and it's still forecast for the next few days, and I'm hoping to get into Cardiff tomorrow and beyond Cardiff towards the Severn Bridge on Sunday. And the way I'm feeling at the moment is I can walk and walk and walk, and the rest I had last week, it certainly did do me an awful lot of good. I've got fresh enthusiasm for the whole thing. I'm not feeling tired, I'm feeling really enthusiastic, and it's great. It was a good idea, and I've had to sort of lay off Facebook in terms of answering everybody because I just don't have the time. There's loads of messages and on YouTube and everything, and so please forgive me if I'm a little bit late in replying to messages, but that's the way it is at the moment. So here we go. Well, here I am at Llantwit Major, just about to set off for Barry, and I bumped into this wonderful sprightly group of a walking group, and I'm going to get them to introduce themselves. And very, very friendly people. And the one thing I've got to say, the one thing I've enjoyed more than anything about Wales is the warmth and friendliness of the Welsh people. It's been absolutely fantastic, and I've met some wonderful people from all over the world. But I'll never forget the attitude and the friendliness of the Welsh people, and wherever you go, it just oozes with friendliness, and I'm very pleased about that. So your name, sir?
I'm Alan.
Alan.
John.
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 Stuart.
Yes.
Janice.
Janice.
Anne.
Anne.
Trixie.
Trixie.
Jill.
Jill.
Les.
Mary.
Mary.
Les.
That's Les.
Jenny.
Jenny.
Carol.
Yes.
Brian.
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 Okay. So, how far are you walking today? Have you got? Have you got
About 3 miles, that's all.
About 3 miles. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, do you go along the coast or do you go inland?
A little bit of both.
Yes.
But actually, this group is a part of the Ramblers group.
Yes.
But it's catering for people who are maybe not as active as they used to be.
Right. Right.
So there's nothing to. Some of us call it the stroll.
Oh, right.
But,
that's very nice.
Yeah.
And you all look all well kitted up for it. It's noticeably colder in the morning, but with all this sunshine, it's beautiful, isn't it?
We're going up to the church.
Sorry?
We're going up to the church to see the Celtic crosses.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, that's
In
interesting.
Llantwit Major.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
Can you mention we're the Bridge End Ramblers?
I'll skip you, lady.
We're a group of the Bridge End Ramblers, and we have 3 walks every Sunday.
Yes.
12 miles, 10 miles, 6 miles.
Right.
And this is just a gentle stroll on a Thursday.
So how many members do you have in total?
Ask the membership secretary.
We have 230 members in
Really?
total. About 100 of them walk.
Right.
And we have a variety of different walks.
Okay. So how long have you been together as this sort of Ramblers?
The club, the Bridgend team, has
Yes.
been together since the 1960s.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh well. Right.
1970, early 1970s. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, look, it's been an absolute pleasure meeting you all, and I wish you every success. And I was when I say I was joking, it will seriously be on Facebook in the next day or two. I haven't edited yesterday's film yesterday. I didn't actually finish here last night until about 7 o'clock. By the time I caught the train and got back to Porthcawl, it was pitch black. I didn't get back till about 8:30, and that was with a train and a taxi. So I'm out bright and early this morning. It's a much smaller walk. But it's been a pleasure meeting you all, and have a really nice day.
Yes,
And
would you like a little bit of Welsh?
Good luck, Jim.
yes, a little bit of
Right. Wel, croeso I Llanilltyd Fawr, a pob hwyl I Jim am ei daith ymlaen.
Thank you very much indeed. I think,
It says, welcome to Llantwit Major, and all the best to Jim for the rest of his walk.
thank you very much indeed. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Have a nice walk. Bye bye. Thank you. Bye bye now. Bye bye. Bye. Nice one, mate. Well, here I am at Cardiff International Airport, and I'm only about probably 3 miles from Barry, if that. I've changed my plan. Instead of walking all the way back to Barry railway station, where I left the van just outside, I'm going to go and pick it up and bring it back here to this place called Rose. And you saw me just walk through a caravan park. Well, across the road there's a pub, and on the back of the pub there's a campsite and a beer garden, and it's a very reasonable price. They've got hookup. They've only got 2 spaces left, and it's a first come first serve. So I'm going to go and get the van and go and make myself comfortable down there. And the little bit that I've missed today, I'll add on to tomorrow's walk. The advantage of this is I can leave the van here and get a train into Cardiff tomorrow and on Sunday as well. And it seems to make sense, rather than messing about parking the van in Cardiff, which is a very big city, very busy. The car parks will all be full, it'll be expensive, so it seems a very good idea. Well, it's midday now, and I've met this gentleman called Mark, and I'm just short of the Kerry Park Leisure Park.
Porth Kerry Park.
Porth Kerry,
Yeah.
yes, okay.
You've just come along from the most southerly point of Wales,
Yes.
which you would have come across if you were walking around. It was a big sort of monument.
Yes, I did see that.
So that is the most southerly point in Wales, even
that's what
though
it was all about. I was looking.
Aye.
I was looking for some kind of something to say what it actually was. I thought it was just like an ancient druid thing or something.
yeah, no, it's yeah. So
Yeah.
it's beautiful, isn't it, the way they've done that? Because that
It
used to be
is,
that
yeah.
where you came through. That was an old quarry.
Really?
Yeah. So and then what you're going to do now is you're going to start going down into Porth Kerry Park, and you'll walk round, and that will take you into Barry,
Yes.
and then obviously Penarth, and then
straight
Cardiff,
into
and then
Cardiff.
that'll be you.
Well, that's perfect. Well, thank you very much for all your assistance in telling me all these things.
Oh.
Now, nobody can. I think everybody could detect your Scottish accent. So, how long have you been here then, Mark?
Oh, I've been here. My partner moved to Wales a long time ago.
Yes.
So I made the move from Salisbury
Oh,
to
really?
here, so that and I haven't looked back. So
Yeah.
so
It's amazing. I've said this to several people, and I've spoken to lots of English voices saying, "What you're doing here?" And they said, "Oh, we came for a holiday 13 years ago, and we never went back." You know?
Aye.
And there's loads and loads of people saying much the same. You know, there's a definite love of Wales and the Welsh people, and
Yeah.
you know, I can understand that.
Yeah, I think it's. I used to notice that even coming from like Salisbury, it was like really beautiful countryside. But when you come across the bridge and you come into Wales, it's got a different earth. It's got a more earthy feel to it. And it seems more untouched, and the population isn't so bad either. You know. It's like there's lots of areas that you can go, especially up the Brecons and Carmarthenshire and all that, and the scenery is just incredible.
Yes, absolutely. And I did the Pembrokeshire Coastal Path not that long ago,
Oh,
and there was people
fantastic.
from all over the world on that. It's got a really good reputation, and it lives up to that as well. You know, and Pembroke County Council do a really good job of catering for walkers.
Yeah,
and, you know,
definitely.
shuttle buses and all this kind of stuff. And the number of people, you know, from all over the world was unbelievable. You know, Japan, Australia, America, you know, all over Europe, and it was lovely to meet these like-minded people, all doing more or less the same thing, and every one of them were really friendly and you know, talkative with an interesting tale to tell about where they'd been. And it was great. It was really good, really nice.
And what's nice is it's like you were saying, like Pembrokeshire, the local councils and that they're really trying to get the language across, because it's an ancient Brythonic language. And to get more people speaking that again, because there was this sort of thing where people say, well, this is a waste of money putting signs up in Welsh and all that, but it's not. This is an ancient land, and it's got great history, and they should be embracing that. And
absolutely.
I think if you do that, then it's a wonderful concept, and it's good that they are actually doing that, the councils, and funding things like that for people to start learning Welsh.
Yes, absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, it's been a really nice chat with you, Mark. You're a lovely guy.
Oh, thank you very much.
I wish you very well. And
thank you.
You know, you're obviously, you know, taking your dog for a walk now.
Yes, we rescue dog. We got him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was in China, and my partner was she was watching YouTube, and we came back, and we ended up. I says, let's go and we'll take them for walks. But we ended up bringing this wee one home. So
that's very nice.
He's a pain in the arse.
Really?
No, he's great, really.
Yeah, but he's got a good home to go to. That's
bless
the main
you.
thing.
Thank you.
Well done, mate. Nice to meet you.
You're an inspiration, you know. Yeah, and well done.
Yeah, well, I'm enjoying it. It's lovely. I mean, look at today. Look at this weather. It's unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just walking along in a t-shirt and shorts in the middle of October. I never thought I'd be doing that.
No.
But I've been very lucky right throughout this walk since the beginning of April.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, I mean, the weather, can you imagine, you know, May, June and July, I hardly had a drop of rain.
Oh,
you know, it's fabulous.
Yeah.
Okay, mate, cheers now.
And look after yourself.
Thank you.
All the best.
Thank you. Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Take
All
care.
the time. But
I've just met these young men from, and I'm not far from. There's a beach that I can hear and see. Porthgarry. Yes, I've just been speaking to another gentleman, a Scotsman, just at the top of the hill. And sorry, it was Brian,
Graham,
and Graham. So Brian, I'll start with you first. Then I mean, I say it with all respect. You look like a well-seasoned walker.
That's very fair. Yes.
You've obviously spent a lot of time walking, and you know, over the years.
Well, over the years, I was a bit more of a sportsman when I was younger, you know. But and then it was badminton and tennis when I was, you know, with the kids, etc. Socially. Yeah. But since I retired, which is about 30 years ago now, God raises me, I've been doing a fair bit of walking. He and I, you know, been all sorts of places around the Brecon Beacons and all in South Wales, basically day trips.
Yes.
But I'm beginning to feel the passage of the years now, so the hills have got taller. I put it down to geography.
May I ask how many years?
82.
82. Well, that's absolutely brilliant. You're an inspiration. I love to hear things like that.
You keep going, young man. As my father said, it's dead easy getting older. All you have to do is not die.
Yes. Well, that's fair enough. That's brilliant. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
And you say you're the same. Then you do walk in pairs a lot of the time. Or?
Yeah. No, we exclusively always really going out walking. Brian sort of picked up with me about 10 years ago, I guess.
Yes.
And we've been walking sort of reasonably frequently through the years.
Yes.
Ever since. You know, a lot of the hills and
Yeah.
you know, and Brecon Beacons and
Right.
And the valleys.
and the valleys.
And the
Yeah,
valleys.
well, yeah, all around
My
here.
time is over, I should
Well,
say.
Wales has got everything, hasn't it?
It has, indeed, yeah.
Particularly around here.
It's got the coastline, it's got the
Coastline.
mountains,
Yep.
it's got the valleys,
Yep.
it's got everything. You know, you know, I've said this many times. I've fallen in love with the place. You know, and the number of people that you meet, to
That's right.
English people,
Yeah.
and don't understand me, who come here and
Yeah.
say we came here 13 years ago and we
Yes.
never went back.
Well, that's basically me.
Yeah.
I'm a Londoner and
Yeah.
settled here with my wife, and
Yeah.
we live in now. I'm retired now, so
Yeah. Well, it's a great way of keeping fit and walking,
Yep.
and you do meet interesting people. There's absolutely no doubt about it.
Indeed,
And
indeed.
I've been very lucky that I've met people from all over the world. It's been
Yeah.
been a
Great
wonderful
stuff, great
adventure,
stuff, yeah.
and
Yeah.
absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, good.
So you carry on walking.
You carry on walking. I'm quite envious. I walked the Pembrokeshire coast path one time when on my own, and
Yes.
that was wonderfully exciting and
Oh, yeah.
pleasurable. And to think of doing it as far as you're doing it is extremely daunting, and I shall never do it now. But
Right.
I'm quite envious. Enjoy it.
Well,
Enjoy it. I'm sure you will.
Thank you very much indeed. I mean, the thing that made it an awful lot better was when you arrived in places like Fishguard, as an
Yeah.
example, and Milford Haven, and
Yep.
Pembroke itself.
Yes, Pembroke.
Beautiful places,
Yes.
friendly people, very
yes.
warm,
Yep.
and
Yep. Yep.
always spare you a little bit of time.
Yes, indeed.
And help, you know, and
Yeah.
it's wonderful.
Yeah.
Anyway, pleasure to meet you, gentlemen.
Pleasure to meet you,
and,
Jim.
and have a nice walk.
Yeah, thank you.
And check
luck
us
in
out
your-
on Facebook, and,
Yeah,
and
yes,
you'll be on tomorrow if you want to watch it.
Okay, all right then. Thank you very much.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bless you, sir.
All the best.
Enjoy
Bye now.
yourself.
Bye. I've just left the log cabin kind of Marco's in the park, and I've met Catherine, and who's from Lancashire, from Oldham. And so, what are you doing in this neck of the woods then, Catherine?
Well, today I'm just having a nice walk with my
With your dog?
lovely dog Sam.
Hello,
but
Sam.
like originally, I was my husband was in the RAF,
Yes.
and he came out, and we decided to stay here because we just love this area so
Yes.
much. It's such a fabulous place, and on a day like today, you know, it
Yes.
is really gorgeous. Yes.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah,
You were
it
saying
is.
about the viaduct
Oh.
and things like that, you know. I mean,
I love the viaduct. Every time you come down here and you've got the viaduct over there,
Yes.
you know, you see this sort of Victorian engineering. It's just, it's so inspiring. I love it. Yeah.
Absolutely, I
Yeah.
couldn't agree with you more. And I mean, Barry Docks, as an example, is something I'm looking forward to, because I went there in the 60s. You're talking about history and stuff.
Yes.
There, they used to scrap steam engines, and at one time there was about 50 to 100 engines in the
Gosh.
there, and people like Pete Waterman, who restores locomotive. You might have heard of Pete Waterman.
Yeah, I've heard of him, the record
Well,
producer.
yes, that's him, and,
Yeah.
and they've sort of restored all these to like as if they're brand new, and most of them that were on Barry Docks are actually running today.
Oh,
So I'm looking forward to go and have a looking at Barry Docks again, just to bring back a few memories.
oh, lovely.
But no, I agree with everything you say about Wales, and I've been saying this all throughout this film. When I get to the Severn Bridge in 3 or 4 days' time, I'll be very sad to walk over the bridge and away from Wales.
Yeah.
And it's absolutely unique. The people, it's got everything. This place, hasn't it?
Oh, it has. It's, you know,
Wales in general.
yeah,
You know, the
well, it
mountains
has.
and the coastal path.
The
and all.
sea, the big
Yeah.
cities, you know, Cardiff's a fabulous, it's a big city, but it's a
Yes.
friendly big city,
Yes.
you know, and that's a lovely, quite a lot of green spaces in the centre
Yes.
of Cardiff as
Yeah.
well, yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that, because
Yeah.
I haven't been for years. But anyway, Catherine, it's been very nice saying hello to you, and I wish you every success in the future.
And nice to meet you, Jim, and I will look, well, maybe I won't look on YouTube tonight if I see my face on there.
Oh no, well no, it will be on there for a day or two.
Oh, thank
but
goodness.
nevertheless, there are other films. There's every single day of the walk on it. It's
Yes.
190 days now.
Oh, right,
So
okay.
and they're all. It's not about me particularly. It's about the walk. It's about meeting people, and it's about seeing all the wonderful parts of Wales that I've seen. So there'll be something in there for you, I'm sure.
Oh, I'll definitely look at that, yep.
Thank you very much.
That's okay.
Nice to meet you.
And you, Jim.
Chris, I'm Chris. I'm the walk leader today.
Oh, right.
And we started off at Roos.
Yes.
Got off the train at Roos and we're walking back to Barry.
Right.
And catch the train back to Caerphilly then.
Oh, well, that's great.
About 4 miles altogether.
Yes.
A stroll for you, really.
Well, no, but there are one or two hills that take your breath away. And what is the name of the walking group again?
Caerphilly U3A, University of the Third Age.
Right. And is this like a once a week, twice a week?
No, usually about 3-4 weekly.
Yes.
Yeah, but there are various groups going. It's a group for sort of retired and semi-retired.
Yes.
More mature people.
Right.
And some youngsters in the group.
Right. Okay.
And different activities, primarily for learning.
Yes.
But there's a big social side to it.
Well, that's very interesting and very important.
And it gets us
getting
out.
together with people and walking and talking, it's a very big social thing, isn't it? Right, let me meet the rest of the everybody, please. Your name, please?
My name is Val.
Val. And
John.
John.
Tracy.
Tracy.
Pam.
Pam.
Sandra.
Sandra.
Barbara.
Barbara.
Fred.
Fred.
Terry.
And Terry. Well, it's been a pleasure meeting you all, and I know I've told you my life story.
And Rufus the dog.
And the dog, sorry.
That's Rufus.
Rufus. Yes, I've met lots and lots of groups of walkers on this trek around Wales in particular, and also from all over the world. But it's lovely to meet you people, and I think it's fantastic that you do make a real effort to get out and do some exercise, because to me Wales has got everything. It's got the mountains, it's got the coastal path, it's got the valleys, it's got everything for walkers.
And the rain.
And I've kind of fallen in love with it, to be honest with you. I've been absolutely knocked out by the friendliness of the people. It's brilliant. Okay, very nice. Have a nice day, everybody. Are you going for a cup of tea?
If they're open.
Yes, they're open.
Find you on Facebook, is it?
Yes, I've got some cards for everybody. Yes, I've got plenty of cards.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you.
Good luck with the rest of your walk.
Thank
Look
you.
forward to seeing you at the end in hell.
Yes,
Good afternoon. It's 1:30 on Friday the 19th of October, and here I am at the Nap, which is just slightly to the west of Barry, where I'm walking to next, having set off this morning from Roos. I stayed at a pub last night. On the back of the pub you saw the shots this morning. Did my washing. I spent 5 hours last night editing the film from the day before and put it onto YouTube this morning, and I hope you enjoy it. It was a very nice film of a very nice day. Today I've just got a simple agenda, and that's to walk to railway station at Cardiff, and by that time I'll be ready to catch a train back to the railway station Cardiff Airport, which is about a mile from the campsite. And I'm looking forward to getting back. I'm going to have a meal tonight and probably meet one or two people, and it's a very quiet campsite. Apart from, it's not quite on the flight path from Cardiff Airport, but you do hear the planes occasionally. But I had a very good night's sleep, having not had that much the night before. Today I set off, and you can see already I've met an awful lot of people. I've probably done more talking than walking, and I'm sure that won't surprise you. And met some wonderful people already, and on a day where I thought I'm not going to see anybody, I've seen plenty of really interesting people and walkers, and there's loads of people out and about on this glorious day overlooking the Bristol Channel to the west, and it's absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to make my way now, and I've just had a rest, I've had a cup of tea, and I'm ready to rock. So, here we go.